Hi everyone, so this is my 11th chemo update. I only have one more left, which is very exciting. This 11th time was overall okay. It was alright, but I did have a horrible headache that came in after the fatigue time, which really was very debilitating and reminded me of the first few sessions that I had, in the sense that I just couldn't. I think it was because I wasn't wearing my yellow glasses. I got some glasses from a friend of mine a few years ago. They were kind of meant to be like gamer glasses. They're meant to make you like, I don't know, maybe faster reaction time because you can see so well, but I don't know. I think it's a little bit, not a scam, but the glasses themselves more or less just have a yellow tint over them, and they magnify things a little bit. So some people really like them for the computer or whatever because you get to see things a little bit clearer, a little bit easier, and because it has the yellow in it, it actually reduces that blue light or whatever that comes from computer screens and electronic screens. So that normally reduces eye strain, and I normally don't have any eye strain. I'm somebody who always is on electronic things, but I've never had problems. But since I've been on chemo, every now and again I notice that I get eye problems because of the eye strain, and it's like I can't focus. All of a sudden kind of my vision gets a little bit blurry, a little bit funny. I can't really like focus on any particular thing, and then I just have to close my eyes because then like a throbbing headache kind of behind my eyes starts going. And so this time I was kind of just like stuck on the bed, and I was just like, I just want this to be over. Like, I've been doing this for like five and a half months already. Like, where's the end? Where's the end? And it is very, very close for me, thankfully. But it's just been a really long journey and a really long time, and it's just kind of like, I just don't want any more pain. I don't want any more problems. I just want to be able to like live my life and do the things that I love to do, which does include spending a lot of time on electronic screens, and not having to worry about it, not having to stop and have the whole day stuck in a really dark room because I have this horrible headache that I more or less am just trying to sleep it off. And thankfully I did sleep for part of it, which I think helped a lot as well. But so I try to wear those, and that's something that I would definitely recommend for people, that if you do like to use the computer, or you go on your phone or whatever, and you notice that your eyes are getting a bit strained, it is an option to look for those kind of glasses that have a yellow tint in them. I'm not really sure if they're expensive or not because someone got it for me as a present, but I'm sure that you could probably get ones that are cheap. But yeah, it just reduces the eye strain because it gets rid of the blue light. Also recently I applied for a job, but I didn't hear back until maybe a week and a half ago, and then I got a phone interview with them and I passed that. So then they told me to come in person, and that seemed to have gone well, and I was very upfront about the fact that I'm on chemo, so I wouldn't be able to start until the end of January, the beginning of Feb. They seemed okay with that, and they seemed once again quite keen on hiring me. And then I had to go talk to someone on Skype who is from like the Sydney office, because this company has lots of smaller offices and they do rehabilitation counselling kind of work. And then she also seemed quite keen when I finished talking with her, but it's been a week and I haven't heard back from them. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe I should wait until the 2-week mark before contacting them and asking how my application's going. I'm not really sure. Part of me wants to get it because obviously I want to be able to work and have a job once this thing's over, in 2 weeks and a little bit. And I want to be able to earn money, and I want to be able to save so I can move out, even if it's renting or hopefully potentially being able to buy like a tiny little place. But another part of me also, if you've been watching my vlogs, you know that I'm quite keen on potentially doing a PhD. So if I don't get this job, I'm kind of just seeing it as a sign that I probably should do a PhD now rather than later. But yeah, it would be nice to be able to earn some proper money first before I do that, which could, you know, really help with savings before I do the PhD, since PhDs, they don't pay you that much at all. So that's what's been happening with me. That's what I've been waiting for, kind of waiting for them to contact me back to see if I got in or not. I've been wanting to make that more structured video about ABVD, but I just haven't been able to have the time at home. That's another thing why I really want to move out, so that way I can kind of just like obviously do my own thing, but in respect to YouTube and potentially continuing this channel after my chemo's done, I'd like to be able to have my own place so I can, you know, set up and can talk loudly and whatever, and not feel weird that people might be listening in or whatever, since I still live at the family home. So if the house is empty at some point, which is rare, then I will definitely film that video. So it's more or less just me waiting for the opportunity to do it. Sorry if the video's a little bit shaky. This is the best place where I can film right now, and I don't have like a little tripod to put my camera on. I've actually been noticing kind of a weird thing in the sense that people keep saying, oh, aren't you so excited? Aren't you so excited that it's the end of chemo, that you're having your last one? And yes, obviously I'm very excited that chemo is going to end. It's been a very long 6 months and I'm very glad and excited for that part of my life to be over, and I'm really grateful that chemo has worked very well for me so far. I'll have a PET scan in Feb to confirm that everything is still gone. But at the same time, it's very hard to be excited for something that you hate. Like, I know that it's the last chemo, but still I hate every chemo. Like, obviously some are better than others, but at the end of the day, it's still like a horrible process to go through. So it's kind of like really strange to say I'm excited for the last one, because that's not the feeling. I still don't want to go, but I am glad that it should be my last time there. And if I'm very fortunate, maybe the last time I'll ever have to go to something like chemo again. Another part of me though, even though I'm excited for that part to be done, the chemo part, since I applied for this job and the whole PhD thing, I'm just also anxious about the next step, because I want to go back to living normal, want to go move out as soon as my partner comes back from overseas, and he leaves at the end of this month after my last chemo, and he's gone for 2 months and then he comes back. Yeah, I'm just I just want, you know, I just want to do things normal. I want to do all the things that I want to do, but I'm scared that it's going to take me longer than I want for things to be as normal as I want, or as independent, to be as independent as I want to be, or to be doing all the things that I want to do. I'm also anxious of me going into this job or going back to study and not being able to handle it somehow, that my brain and my chemo brain takes longer or whatever to go away. Maybe I'll never be able to think as sharp as I did before. Those things are just things that I get really anxious about, because I just want to pretend like this whole period of time didn't exist. But I know that it did, and as much as it can go back to normal, it's not really truly normal. It's like a new normal, and that's okay. And I obviously have to work on that it's okay to also need more time if I can't go straight into work or straight into study. But it's just part of my personality is not to wait around. I really just want to go and kind of full steam ahead, you know? That's what I want to do. So overall, I am excited that it's over. I'm a bit anxious about what comes next. I guess as well, I'm also anxious about like where my career goes, whether it is to do more study or go work, that if for whatever reason, whatever path I've chosen, that I'll get really, potentially that maybe I'll hate it, maybe I won't like it. And then I'll be thinking, you don't know if this thing might come back. As horrible as it is to think that, you should make sure that, you live every year happy, and that you're pursuing things that you love and that you value and that you enjoy. And so, yeah, I think just because of the amount of uncertainty that this year holds for me, and hopefully it's just a really good year, but there's a lot of uncertainty. It just makes me a bit nervous about finishing chemo and kind of officially stepping into recovery, officially stepping into these different jobs where I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, with my love of psychology, and all of that, and to also officially move out with my partner and be able to either buy or rent out a place, and that entire moving process and those experiences. Yeah, a lot of exciting things, but a lot of things that I just don't know how they're going to go until they happen. So it just makes me a little bit hesitant to just say outright, I'm just so excited for it, because there is definitely this hesitation that follows this excitement. I don't know if I really explained myself that well then. Hopefully I did. Thank you for listening to my update. I'd like to know what's happening with all of you. Please leave a comment down below with any questions or your thoughts or your experiences so far with any of this. Cool. Alrighty. Bye.